Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, some of you may actually want this narcissist that was involved in your life to completely forget about you. You'd actually want them to move on with their lives and totally forget about you. And some others of you might actually want the narcissist that was involved in your life to be fixated on you, remember you. But nevertheless, regardless of what you actually want, which a lot of you already realize, the narcissist is going to stay firmly fixed. You're going to stay firmly fixed in the narcissist's mind. This is just going to be inevitable. It's just the way it occurs. You see, however the relationship ended, if you were discarded, reverse discarded, or even if you cut them off because they become too toxic, all remains the same. The narcissist will, not trying to trigger any one of you here, but they will try to move on with their lives. They will try to the best of their capabilities to move on with their lives. But they'll struggle to really eliminate you from their consciousness. They'll struggle to eliminate you from their mind. One, because you were such a great air supply. Two, because of how loving and caring you actually was. And they just don't find this in everyday life. They don't find this again. And this is the main reason why you become the benchmark, the point of reference, the person who they refer to when trying to tame new supplies. You'll be brought into their mind as someone who they refer to, as a point of reference, like I said, or a benchmark. What their journey consists of now is they want to find someone better than you. They want to find someone who outpoints you, so to speak, someone who is better, inverted commas, and they're not going to find it, right? You've seen it. A lot of you have seen it. Some of you is triggered. You've seen them move on with a new supply, and they glorify the new supply. They're trying to make shit shine, like I say. They'll glorify anything, to make previous suppliers jealous, to anger previous suppliers. They'll try to glorify anything, but realistically speaking, they are suffering, they are struggling, and it's a thought about you they don't actually want, because they may have discarded you, for instance, tried to get on with their lives, and all they have is the remembrance of you. You are haunting their mind, heart and soul. Just the effect of how you are to them, just by you being genuine and kind. Now, I saw a comment earlier, and it rang true. Look at you, for instance. Look at you, for instance, with the narcissist involved in your life. Look how much of a toll it is taken on you. Look how hard it is for you to get them out of your mind. Some of you might have had an easier task of doing so. Some of you may have found it harder, but nevertheless, it is a struggle to get the narcissist that was involved in your life out of your mind, right? And that's someone that's negative. That's someone who's evil. That's someone who's nasty, bitter, twisted. So when you put it on the flip side of things, someone like you, who's positive, who's loving, who's caring, who's kind, who's honest, who's transparent, who's empathetic, that's a struggle for them, right? That's a struggle for them. That's what they find a struggle to remove from their mind. You see, if you were horrible to them, right? You were mean to them. And please, please, please don't think of a time that maybe you did come out of character. I've been saying this quite often, quite recently. because I'm concerned that if any of you did act out of character on a given occasion, and you having a big heart like you do and feeling guilty about that, you know, all of you were provoked, prodded and provoked by this narcissist that was involved in your life. So they wanted that reaction. If anything, they push you to get a negative reaction from you. So don't feel guilty or remorseful about that. But I just wanted to put that in there as a disclaimer. But you will stay imprinted on this narcissist's mind for everything positive you done, for everything you did do, and even times that you inflicted narcissistic injuries that may have been unknowing to yourself. You may not have been trying to inflict narcissistic injuries. It was just you being your authentic, true self. Maybe you said something one day that was the truth to you, and this would have caused narcissistic injuries. This firmly stays fixed in their minds too. The narcissistic injuries they're inflicted by yourself, the positive qualities that you possess, the way they can't replace you. This all stays fixated in their minds, right? And no matter where they turn, where they go, they won't get over you. That's what you've got to understand. So many times I've read through the comment section and people have had hoovers after decades, right? The reason why a narcissist is going to hoover after decades is because they've tried and tried and tried and tried to replace the chosen individual. And they failed. And eventually they come to the terms with themselves and they try and hoover. And that could be even after decades. But like I say, a hoover will come eventually. I know some of you put in the comment section, oh, it's been 6 months, things like that. Sometimes things take a little time. Some of you don't even want hoovers from this narcissist that was involved in your life, and you want nothing more to do with them. And that's totally understandable. But some of you do desire a hoover, so you can door slam, bolt and weld it shut and have the final discard. That will give you a lot of satisfaction, having the final discard, a lot of closure, you know. But regardless of where you're at in your journey, just know that wherever this narcissist that is involved in your life is, whether it was a romantic partner, a friend, a family member, a colleague or associate, they are struggling in their minds, you see. You were a big part of their life. You were a real significant part of their life. And it's not that easy for them to get over you. It's really, really not that easy for them to get over you. And they suffer by being haunted by your absence. The constant comparison they have to go through day in and day out when they're meeting new supplies. And they have to compare them to you because you was so loving, honest and true. And they don't find that where they go. It's very rare what the qualities that you possess as an individual. It's very rare. So don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed in thinking by how it is seen on the periphery, not the periphery, that's the wrong word. How it is seen on the surface level. That's better description. Periphery is out of eye shot, but I mean how it's seen on the surface level can be that they want nothing to do with you, they're over you, they've moved on to a new supply. That's how it can seem on the surface level, and you've got to make sure that you see beneath the veil and realize none of that's true, right? These narcissists that are involved in your life stalk, they spy on your social media, they stalk. I've heard of them stalking in some scenarios. Many scenarios, actually. I've heard from very many victims of narcissistic abuse. The narcissist that was involved in life stalks them. It's not often talked about, but this is what they do. This all falls into the point that I'm trying to make about how you stay firmly fixed in the narcissist's mind. Now, I know a lot of you don't even want this narcissist to think about you, but the way that it is, the impact that you made in their life is very hard for them to lose that. It's very, very hard for them to lose the impact that you made on their lives. They can't just forget about you very easily. So they do try to mask the pain with drink, drugs. Even chosen ones and empaths can get involved in drink and drugs, but it's not a laughing matter. But narcissists will engage in drink and drugs to mask out the pain that they're feeling, the absence that they're feeling. But it's actually easier for a chosen one, an empath, to let the narcissist go that was involved in their life than it is for the narcissist that was involved in their life to let go of you. That's what you've got to realize as well. It's easier for you to let go of them. It's the other way around. It's harder for them because they need supply from you of whatever kind. They rely on supply from you. And even when they've gone east and you've gone west, you know, they still look at your social media or drive past your workplace or to try and get any remnants of supply that are left because those remnants that you possess, that you may offer, are more impactful than what they'll get off their current supplies. You know, they're more pleased with remnants of supply from you. That could be even them talking to you for a fake profile. They're more pleased off that and more stimulated by that. They get a higher dopamine rush from that, or serotonin or whatnot. They get more chemical releases in their brain from speaking to you from a fake profile than they get from actually dealing firsthand with their current suppliers. You know, that's just the way it crumbles, you know, the way the cookie crumbles. Like, they actually get more of a dopamine hit from having some form of contact with you, even if that means them talking through a fake, false account on social media or whatnot. You know, or even them calling your phone and just hanging up, you know, hearing your voice and then hanging up from a blocked number or something like that, or a private number or something like that. You know, you do stay firmly fixed in the narcissist's mind, and it's not something they get over very easily. They try to get over you, but you're always going to be that point of reference. You're always going to be that benchmark. And if you'd like to hear more about how the narcissist struggles to handle life without you, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.